We are now just 196 days away from the release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, and with each and every month that passes by, we are only getting closer to finally seeing J.J. Abrams' vision of exactly how the Skywalker saga is going to end. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. So, one aspect of Episode 9 that a lot of people are really excited about is, of course, exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to utilize all of the different elements of the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy, and how all of this is really going to be incorporated and embedded into the story. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the set leaks and one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very intense for the characters of Rey, Anakin Skywalker, and even actor Hayden Christensen. So let's get right into it. Now, what's really intriguing is that it's described that one of the scenes that are planned for reshoots is said to be a sequence based in the second act of the film that would explore the Lost City as Rey travels into the depths of the Jedi ruins. It's described that one of the plans by J.J. Abrams is to bring back Hayden Christensen to provide voiceover work as Anakin Skywalker that would be used, where Anakin guides Rey throughout the Lost City to the point where she discovers the Lake of Dreams. Additionally, it's said that there is also a moment in which J.J. plans to bring Hayden on set to portray the hybrid Force ghost once Rey enters the Sith ruins, within the land of the Forbidden, where she witnesses the face of Anakin Skywalker under a cloak, morphing into Vader's helmet and then back to Anakin Skywalker. It's described to be a scene that has many horror film elements that will be added into it all. As for one of the light side Anakin scenes that are being planned by JJ, he also plans to create a middle-aged version of Hayden Christensen's light side version of the Force Ghost once Rey enters the netherworld of the Force, initiated by Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, where Yoda and Obi-Wan will also be present. It's described that one of the character concept art descriptions of Anakin included one of him with his hair slicked back, similar to how Luke Skywalker wore his hair in parts of the expanded universe. So let's go over a couple of parts now. Well, we do know that Episode 9 is really gonna embrace the opportunity to bring in a lot of prequel trilogy continuity, as well as original trilogy continuity into the story, which honestly is a great move by Disney and Lucasfilm. Sure, this movie is gonna be a nostalgia fest for sure, without a doubt, and that could either be a good or a bad thing, and like I have always expressed and like I have always said, if the nostalgia is just thrown in there for the sake of it, in order to just say, hey, you know, we did this for you guys, enjoy it, if they just throw it in there without any meaning or purpose behind it, it's not going to feel true. It's not going to feel authentic, I guess, if you will, to the point where it will resonate with fans. You know, if you're throwing in a lot of nostalgia, it has to make a lot of sense. And in my point of view, throwing in Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker, as long as there is a great purpose to everything related to the hybrid Force Ghost and the middle-aged version of his light side-oriented Force Ghost, I think that everything will be fine and okay as long as JJ has a backup plan as to exactly how this is all going to be executed on the big screen when they're editing everything together into one piece for the final cut of the movie. Now, the one piece that I do want to go over is how there are plans for Hayden Christensen to provide voiceover work where Anakin Skywalker is essentially guiding Rey throughout the Lost City. In case you guys are just tuning in right now, the Lost City is a place full of Jedi ruins and Sith ruins as well, that basically leads Rey to all these different locations where she learns more about the dark and the light side of the Force in order to make her more knowledgeable on not just the Force itself, but the Jedi and the Sith way during the ancient times, which is going to be a very interesting angle to a Star Wars movie. You know, like I have expressed, it somewhat reminds me of Tomb Raider meets Raiders of the Lost Ark meets Star Wars. That's the best way I can describe it. So, moving past this, the other piece that I really want to go over and go into here is the netherworld of the Force. Now, this is where the middle-aged, light side-oriented Anakin Skywalker Force Ghost is said to play a role. In case you guys did not know, we actually have been going over this for a couple of months now, is that there are plans in place in order to show fans exactly what the netherworld of the Force is going to look like on the big screen. And that, to me, I think is really going to be a great opportunity by Disney and Lucasfilm in order to really expand the Star Wars franchise and to bring it to greater depths than we could have ever imagined before in Star Wars history. So there are a lot of risks in play here by introducing another world, without a doubt, but at the same exact time, sometime risks are actually going to be quite beneficial for a company like Disney and Lucasfilm with the Star Wars movie that, in my opinion, really needs to be a good film in order to remedy the sequel trilogy after The Last Jedi and the backlash it received. So, with that being said, guys, I'm a huge fan of Anakin, I'm a huge fan of Kylo Ren, I like the character, I'm just hoping that they do handle him in a very unique and specific way, that to the point where we're going to actually find him as a very intimidating character in Episode 9. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.